bring you updates on the missing plane throughout the evening. The information number again is 555-8855.
I'm going to call.
In other news...
Sorry, I just can't pay attention to other news right now.
Thank you, Mother.
It's astounding, absolutely astounding. How could a giant airplane like that just disappear?
There has to be something floating around in the water. Life rafts, that kind of thing.
Of course there are no life rafts and no floating wreckage or anything of that kind. For the simple reason that Edward's plane did not crash. You'll see. They'll be found safe and sound at any moment.
Oh, we're all praying for that, Lila. You know, Paul and I were almost on that airplane.
Oh, I'm sorry you missed your trip, dear. Young people like you should be having fun in the Bahamas, not sitting around here listening to the news as though it were awake.
Operator, if all the lines to the airport are busy, why are they putting the number out on television? Never mind, I'll ask him myself. I feel useless here, Mother. I've got to go to the airport.
Well, I understand, dear, and go ahead if it makes you feel any better. But they'll call us when they find the plane.
I'm sure they will, but at least if I'm there, I'll hear it first.
You shouldn't have to wait this one out alone.
Okay, I guess I can use the company.
Grandfather means a lot to me, too, Alan.
I know. Come on.
Lila, Mother always said that you were the bravest woman that she knew.
Oh, nonsense, dear, nonsense.
No, really. The rest of us in this room are ready to fall apart. But you have a faith and a clarity that holds the rest of us up.
There's nothing very complicated, dear. It's just that I know that something good comes out of every upset. For instance, Ned and Alan are now settling their differences. I can't tell you how pleased Edward will be.
Everything in perspective, doesn't it? Everybody here has lost somebody out of their lives.
Remember what Grandmother said. Edward Quartermain would not permit that plane to crash.
I'll tell you, that really does sound like my father.
He really made his own rules, didn't he?
We got to stop talking about my father in the past tense. I am simply...
What is your position?
Not ready to lose him.
Excuse me, I have a short statement to make.
Excuse me, Homer, would you mind? We're going to do this live.
Sure.
We rolling? Hello, I am Tiffany Hill reporting to you live from the Port Charles Airport. With us we have Mr. Homer Gastons, who is going to make a statement at this time.
Since contact with Flight 14 was lost this afternoon, an all-out search effort by the Coast Guard has failed to find any trace of the missing airline. As of 2100 hours, the officer in command has suspended search.
Does this mean that you're going to give up all hope of finding the plane or any surviving passengers?
Well, we have to face reality, Miss Hill. There is no possibility that plane can still be aloft. We have had absolutely no word of any emergency landings anywhere. We will continue to search for survivors tomorrow, but...
But you think right now to continue the search would be futile?
You don't know how much I'd rather be wrong than right this time around.
They can't just stop searching. They have a whole ocean to cover.
Edward will be furious when he hears about this.
Well, I'm furious right now. Excuse me. This is Nicholas Van Buren. I must speak to the secretary immediately. Then interrupt the meeting and tell him that this is urgent. I'll be in this area code, 716-555-4738. I'll be waiting right here.
Any news?
If you saw it on television, you saw it all anyway.
Oh, well, not to worry. There'll be news in the morning. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, dear.
God bless.
Good night, Mother. Good night, darling.
When's the last time you prayed?
About 10 minutes ago. Before that, about 20 years.
I know, me too. You know, all the pain and hurt Daddy and I have been through, I swear I can feel him with me right now, just as if he was still sitting right there in that chair.
I know. You know what amazes me, Tracy? Is our mother. In that frail little body, she's got the strength of a titan.
I wish I had her strength.
I wish I did, too.
I'm scared.
I'm so glad you're back.
I am too. I just don't understand this. How could this have happened?
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is devastating. I'm so sorry for all of us. Especially your mother.
Well, you're here.
Oh, Tracy, I really am sorry. This has to be hard for you.
It is.
Well, how is your mother?
She'll be better now that you're here. She's waiting for you in the living room.
Okay, well, then I'll go see her.
You're home.
Oh, Ned. All right, listen, everything's going to be okay. Don't you worry.
Will it?
Sure it will. I'm going to go see your grandmother.
I'll take your suitcase out.
Okay.
We really shouldn't leave Mother alone. Has there been any other word?
Nicholas Van Buren called Washington, demanded they extend the search. We're waiting to hear from him.
Lila.
Oh, my dear, my dear.
Listen, I came as soon as I heard.
I know you did, and I'm very grateful, because until this dreadful mix-up is settled, we're going to need each other more than ever.
Alan says there hasn't been any word.
No news is good news.
I'm sure we're going to hear something soon.
Oh, will you two please stop that? They're trying to protect me, bless them. And I do appreciate it, my dears, I really do. But the fact is, there's no need for it. You see, there's been no news all this morning. They're still out searching for Edward's plane, but the moment they find him, they'll notify us. Oh, look at you. I won't have sad faces around me. We must think positively.
I'm trying, Mother.
It's not enough to try, dear. We must do it. I intend to. And if you really want to help me, instead of those long, sad faces, you'll show me some of that Quartermain fighting spirit. Because when your father returns, I'd like to be able to report to him that his children did him proud. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to the kitchen to talk to Cook about lunch.
Fine.
I'll go with you, Mother. Monica and Alan should have some time alone together.
Thank you, Tracy.
I'm so glad to have you back, dear. I'm so glad to have you all here.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I never cease to marvel at her strength.
I wish I could be as strong as her. I'm not.
Who says you have to be?
We rarely did that.
I know how hard this is for you, Tracy.
Thank you.
It is not lip service. I mean it.
I know you do, and I know how much Daddy meant to you, too.
Look, I've seen a lot of this sort of thing happen at the hospital. There's all of a sudden a member of the family gets suddenly stricken with a terminal illness or pending death or anything, whatever. And family members that haven't talked to each other, they've been estranged for years, all of a sudden. What I'm trying to say is that maybe there could be some good out of this, that as hard as this is, maybe for once we could just put aside our differences and be a family.
Sounds like a lot to ask. But I'd like that.
I'd like that.
Yesterday, Alan and I actually put our arms around each other and hugged. I needed that hug as much as he did.
Well, sometimes that's the most that anybody can do.
I miss my daddy, Monica.